Keri Shull with the Keri Shull team in Optime Realty. Today I'm here with Elizabeth, our top listing agent, and I wanted to give you perspective on what Elizabeth does day to day and also what she feels is most important for a successful listing agent on our team, and the personality traits she feels you must have to succeed and the personality traits she thinks will not work in this position. So Elizabeth, tell everyone a little bit about your background, kind of your experience on the team as a listing agent.
Sure, yeah. So I've been on the team now for almost 4 years. I originally started off as a coordinator supporting Keri, and have just grown in the past couple of years. I think that's been really helpful in my growth in the sense that I got to see the back end and start from the bottom and see what's really important in servicing clients. And really the biggest thing I think is communication, really having the sense of being proactive with your clients versus reactive. That's something that makes us different.
Absolutely. And talk a little bit about certainly being proactive and making sure that there's a sense of urgency to respond to the client quickly is important. What else do you think is important?
There's, it's something that you're going to be dealing with all different types of personalities and different price points of homes, and this is such a huge transaction. One of the most important things that individuals do in their life, and naturally each person's going to react different to that situation. So keeping that in mind throughout the process, and again, trying to be proactive and communicate best to their style. So really being flexible with your clients and predicting how you can help them step by step, and not giving up. I mean, this is definitely a case where it's hard work, and it's not a 9 to 5 situation. Your clients can be in the Pentagon and can't talk until 6 o'clock and have issues that we need to discuss. So it's something where you've got to have the drive and have the willingness to put your client first.
Absolutely. And I like something that you said, understanding the differences in a client's personality. In order to do that, you have to be intuitive and you have to care about the client relationship. So if you're someone who is just numbers focused and you want to get the deal done, you're not going to be a good fit for our team. We genuinely care about our client's experience, and being able to service them properly requires you asking the right questions and taking the time to do that, and then following through on all of the commitments that you make. So I feel like that's a really, really good thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Tell them a little bit about your day-to-day.
So day-to-day, typically I come to the office for a couple hours in the morning, and then I'm typically meeting with 2 to 3 new clients in a day. So that will typically take place from lunch until early evening, and when I have some time in between, I'm following up with current clients, also following up on promises with individuals I've met with who are in the process of exploring, is it time to list my house now? Do I wait 6 months? I'm still waiting on a job offer. So providing them information that I said I would to help them through the process as well. So it's typically, a mixture of a follow-up and meeting with new clients.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And how important is follow-up in this business?
It's everything.
Loaded question.
You're nothing without your follow-up.
Absolutely. So if you're someone who's really good in the meeting and you know yourself and you know you're not as good with the follow-up afterwards, again, you're just not the right fit for our team, because part of upholding your promise to the client is being excellent at making sure you deliver everything you committed to and more. What would make someone not succeed in this position? You've seen a few listing agents on our team that have come and gone. What's been the common patterns that you've seen of the people who haven't succeeded?
Well, this job is so fun. It's so rewarding. I mean, again, this is a huge decision in an individual's life, and being given the honor to help them through that, it's so rewarding at the end of the day when they have a smile on their face and they thank you so much for it. On the other side of that, you've got to have thick skin. This is sales, and there are going to be things that don't always go your way. You're going to face rejection. Your clients are going to get frustrated through the process, and that's emotions that sometimes do get taken out on you, and you have to understand that and find a solution and move forward and continue to stay positive. So not having that thick skin in it and taking everything personal can definitely inhibit your ability to do this job successfully.
I have a story that I have to tell. Elizabeth, one time I walk in the office and there's a guy on speaker and she's like, "Oh, it's just the cusser." And I'm like, "What?" And there's a guy literally screaming like cuss words. And she's like, he just has to do that sometimes. He's okay.
He ended up happy at the end.
Yeah. So
yes,
if she took it personally, and there have been agents on our team who, they get so offended personally, they're not able to really be there for the client throughout the process. So again, if you know that about yourself, not the right fit, because it's so important to really not let things get to you and instead focus on the solution for the client.
And it's really a fine line, because to do this job successfully, you do have to care deeply about your clients. So we don't want someone that isn't going to relate to what they're going through and look for solutions, but you also don't want to just see the emotion and not being able to step outside of that and actually focus on solving that. So it's a fine line of the balance.
Absolutely, yeah. What about the presentation? This is a sensitive one, right? There's a lot of people out there who aren't the right presentation for our team. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, I think there's an idea in real estate. There's hundreds of real estate agents around here. You've got people that do it part-time. You can just go show your house in your PJs. And sure, I guess you could. But the position for a listing agent, you are interviewing to represent their home and get their home sold. And our marketing is something that is so huge for us, that what you look like and how you step into their home is an immediate representation of what the process is going to be like with us. So, that casual real estate look just really does not work for our company and how we hold our standards.
Right, so we expect that you're in a suit. We're both dressed a little casually today because we have a team meeting. But when we're going into a client's home and interviewing to sell the largest transaction in their life, our hair's done, our makeup looks nice. If you're a gentleman, you're wearing a suit and you're dressed extremely professionally. Your car is clean. You show up dressing the part. So if that's going to be a problem for you, again, please don't apply. We want to make sure that we're taking our time with the people who are best suited for our company. We're really committed to your training and your success. Talk to them a little bit. If they started tomorrow, what would their process look like getting set up on the team?
So once they join the team, there's typically about a 4 to 6 week training period, which combines training outside in the field and also in-house training in the office. What's wonderful is that there's about 10 of us collectively on the listing team. So you're not alone throughout this process. Any questions that come up, we're here to support you. In addition to that training, one part that is also important is getting on the phone naturally, getting those skills prepared. So there's leads that you can start calling through the process too, to reach out to and see how their process is going.
Yeah, and if you can't convert on the phone, are we going to trust you to convert in person? No.
Probably not.
So that's a good place to start training, absolutely. But it's going to be a variety. You're going to have a lot of support. You're going to get to experience a lot of people's styles. We have a lot of our training recorded, so you can study it over and over and over again. And we record the training that we do regularly so that you'll always have fresh examples and be able to brainstorm with the team. We currently have a team meeting once a week, so to talk a little bit about the overall team and our culture. We celebrate all the time. We have a lot of incentives and goals. At this point, we're number 1 in Virginia, and we're working hard to continue our pace of selling and our client experience so that we get more and more referrals. So the one thing that I would point out about this job, when Elizabeth started, did you have any experience as a listing agent?
So my background was in commercial real estate, where I was representing landlord transactions in commercial in DC. So I had experience in real estate and representing landlord, but nothing residential background. And they really are two totally different beasts. So I guess in the large scheme of things, we can say no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we're thinking about who would be the ideal fit for this position, it doesn't necessarily matter if you have experience as a listing agent or even in the real estate field. What matters is your personality, your drive, if you're someone who's going to be able to connect with the clients, if you're eager to learn, and if you're going to be the kind of person that goes above and beyond the client's expectations. Because the more you do that, the easier business comes to you. So at this point, how many referrals would you say you're working with versus leads that are coming through other marketing sources?
I'd say that's probably about 60 to 65% of my current pipeline.
Okay, and do you feel like that number can continue to increase?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so that's a big deal and a big part of our team. So I hope this has been helpful. We would love for you to apply. Again, if you don't have real estate experience, don't let that discourage you, because ultimately we're just looking for the right personality and someone that we are excited to work with and that the rest of the team will be excited to work with too. Thanks so much for your time today.